This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com. Okay, Agun Erev Shabbos. I want to share with you some questions on Parshas Bamidbar. It goes without saying, this is your favorite time of the week, and these are going to be really tough ones. I don't want to disturb anyone's Menuchas Shabbos, Oineg Shabbos, but what can I do? The Parsha begins, Vayedaber Hashem El Moshe Bamidbar Sinai. Now Rashi in Bechukoisai said, Ma Shmita Eitzel Har Sinai, right? Because Bechukoisai begins. Rashi in the beginning of Bahar says, Vayedaber Hashem El Moshe Bahar Sinai Lemar. So Rashi goes, what a Ma Shmita Eitzel Har Sinai? And so why in the beginning of Bamidbar is nobody troubled? What does Sinai got to do with counting the Bnei Yisrael? It should just say Vayedaber Hashem El Moshe Lemar. What's Vayedaber Hashem El Moshe Bamidbar Sinai? Okay, next. This is my favorite question of the day. Could someone tell me why by every Shevet, LeRuvain, LeShimon, LeHuda, and then Yisachar and Naphtali get gypped on a Zakev Gadol? What'd they do wrong? No? LeYisachar, they only get a Zakev Katan. LeVinyamin. Why do Yisachar and Binyamin? Oh, it's actually three. Yisachar, Binyamin, Naphtali. Yeah, three of them. Yisachar, Binyamin, Naphtali. Is it because they're the end of a set? Ruvain, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda. I mean, Yisachar is not the end of a set. Maybe Binyamin is. Naphtali is. Why do some Shvatim get a Zakev Gadol and some get a Zakev Katan? I don't know. I'm sorry. I know you're not going to be able to sleep tonight. But, we had to get this out. Okay. So then it says the names of the Nesiim. Ve'ila shemois ha'anoshim asher yamdu idchem. So vayikach Moshe v'anos ha'anoshim ela asher nikvu b'shemois. That's who they are? The Nesiim are the people who are nikvu b'shemois? Well, how did we give them distinct names? Because we said their names? In what way are they nikvu b'shemois? What is the meaning of that? What's the significance of that? Okay. The number of the Bnei Ruvain, 64,500. We know that in Gematria, when 64,500 is like 64.5, which means it's the go-between between the number 64 and the number 65. What exactly is the significance of that? We know 65 is Aleph Dalet Nun Yud. What exactly is 64, and why is the Bnei Ruvain the bridge between 64 and 65? Likewise with Bnei Ephraim. 42, by the way, is one of Hashem's names. 41 is not. It almost seems like both Bnei Ruvain and Bnei Ephraim, they're about to get 65 is Hashem's name. 42 is Hashem's name. They're not quite there yet. But what exactly is the significance? Fine. Then we're counting the Bnei Levi. And it says these are the children of Aaron and Moshe. So Rashi says, but it only says the Bnei Aaron. And they're called the children of Moshe. From here we learn if you teach your kid, if you teach your friend's son Torah, it's like you gave birth to him. That's a very beautiful teaching. It's a wondrous teaching. Why is that taught in Parshas Bamidbar? We're counting the Jewish people. This limud, that when you teach someone Torah, it's like you gave birth to them. Why is that in Parshas Bamidbar? Next, this is a good one. Ve'ela shemois b'nei Aharon habechoyer Nadav. Why is there a psik between the word habechoyer and Nadav? What's that psik doing there? And why is there an asnachta between Nadav and Avihu? Ve'ela shemois b'nei Aharon habechoyer Nadav va'avihu Elazar. Nadav is an asnachta. Why is there an asnachta after Nadav? Again, in Parag Gimel, I'll let you read the next ha'ara on your own. But Gimel Yud Daled. Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe b'midbar Sinai lemar. Again, b'midbar Sinai. Well, why b'midbar Sinai? If you look a few psukim before, it says Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe lemar. It doesn't say b'midbar Sinai. Why now does it again focus on b'midbar Sinai? Okay, another question. Rashi points out, in terms of the encampment of the Bnei Yisrael, that if you were close to a Rasha, it didn't end well for you. If you were close to a Tzaddik, it ended well for you. Rashi says that, Shevet Yehuda was in the area around the Mishkan near Moshe and Aaron. Let's see, Per Gimel Pasuk Lamed Ches. On the east side, V'hachoinim l'fnei Mishkan Kedma l'fnei Oyam Mayed. By the way, the Bnei Kahas were near Ruvain. So Dasan v'Aviram and the 250 people from Ruvain got caught up because Kahas was there, Levi was there. Mashein Kain, Yehuda, Yisachar, and Zevulun all became Talmidei Chachamim. The tribes of the greatest scholarship in the Jewish people were Yehuda, Yisachar, and Zevulun. Why? Because they were near Moshe and Aaron. They saw them always be Osek in Torah. It's very interesting. I understand Yisachar, they were the experts in Ibur HaChodesh. I understand Yehuda, they were the leaders in Torah. But isn't it interesting that Rashi considered Zevulun as one of the three tribes of Talmidei Chachamim? And that's very interesting because Zevulun were not known as Talmidei Chachamim, they were known as businessmen. In fact, they were the supporters of Torah. And yet, at the same time, they were also considered from the three tribes who were the greatest Talmidei Chachamim. And the reason they became Talmidei Chachamim is because they encamped near Moshe and Aaron. But I think there's something else we see over here. Chazal write that if somebody learns Torah and they don't support Torah, they're not blessed. Upon such an individual, the Torah says, a person cannot say, well, I learned, so why do I need to support? No. From here we see just the opposite. Zevulun wasn't supporting Torah. Well, I'm an Am Haaretz, so I might as well at least have a chelik in Torah, so I should support it. No, just the opposite. And this is something that we see in the world. The more someone learns Torah and the more someone appreciates the value of Torah, the value of in-depth study, the value of real Torah scholarship, the more of a responsibility they have to support Torah. Someone who is unlearned, it's hard for them to support Torah because they don't appreciate it. They understand you need to support Bikur Cholim, Taimchei Shabbos, and what we call all the important tzedakos that provide the sort of the social welfare for the Jewish people. But people who don't study Torah, they can't appreciate it, and it's hard. They don't appreciate the value of supporting Torah. It's Shevet Zevulun. They weren't the supporters because they were the businessmen. They were the supporters because they were the Talmidei Chachamim, and therefore they appreciated and they valued it. One last question. V'hayuli halaviyim ani Hashem. Why does Hashem say ani Hashem here? Usually ani Hashem is I am trustworthy to repay reward or to give punishment. Why does it say ani Hashem in the context of v'hayuli halaviyim? Okay, Rabbi Say, I have another subject I would like to share with you.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.